what advice would you have for big established brands looking to connect to, modern consumers in modern ways? Like, yeah, what are they doing wrong? What should they be thinking about?
I would say the biggest thing about these huge corporate brands is that they really need to make sure that their consumer can still feel the warmth of the campfire. I think like when it becomes this like kind of cold, faceless organization where you don't feel that community and you don't feel like the people that are there and the warmth that they emanate, I think that that's what makes it really hard. What's so special about founder-led brands and new brands that are, that have these like really rich stories to tell about how they got started and all of the day-to-day struggles that they encounter is that it's very fascinating storytelling for the consumer, and the consumer really can see that there is a person behind the brand who cares deeply about the product and the product experience, and I think that makes a huge difference. So,
Yeah.
finding a way to emulate that experience, I think makes such a huge difference if the brand is huge and corporate.
Have you enjoyed being the founder, being as a kind of uh the way to kind of tell the story, being in the spotlight? Is that something that you've enjoyed as part of the kind of growth of that? Just out of interest, I'm just curious.
I do enjoy it when I get to do it. I think that, if I had a little bit more time and bandwidth, I would enjoy it a lot more. I do feel a lot of pressure to be on social media, to be on TikTok, to post every single day, to be on Substack and Instagram, and, there are a lot of channels, and and I see founders on these channels every single day. But I think when you are, a 2, 3-person team, it's harder to show up like that on a consistent basis. So yes, I do enjoy that aspect of it, and I really want to do it more.
That's good. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot. Every time I see, there are some amazing founders, you're just yeah, they're spending so much on that aspect, which is amazing, and I think you're right, people do love seeing it, but it seems like a lot of work, so I was just curious. Anything that, do you I am always I think that is such a kind of, especially now actually, such a kind of fascination with founders. And it probably looks a hell of a lot more glamorous than the day to day probably feels. Like, what are some of the misconceptions you think there are about the kind of founder life, especially in something like beauty? I was talking to um, Annie, the founder of Credo, and she was like, yeah, this isn't as glamorous as it looks.
No, not at all, not even close. I would say the biggest misconception of founder life is that successes happen overnight. I think that that is such a hugely small percentage of the brand stories that exist in the world. Every time sometimes I will be having a conversation with someone and they'll bring up a brand and I'll be like, "Oh my gosh, yes, I just heard about that brand. It seems like they're doing so well." And then I'll find out that they've launched 15 years ago and they're just now coming into this collective consciousness and, trending, and it takes time, it takes resilience, it takes like, these huge moments that you see on social media. They're like the exception, and they're definitely the highlight reel, and it's wonderful and it's super exciting. But it's much more about getting up every single day, overcoming obstacles, setting goals, reaching those goals, setting new goals, reaching those goals, and it's a slow and steady climb.